All right, so take the fear out of FOMO. An art show is celebrating the joy of missing out, or JOMO.
I love JOMO. Joining us now is Chicago artist Kathy Halper to share the message behind her show at the Evanston Art Center. Welcome, Kathy.
Hi, thank you.
Okay, Sarah and I are guessing we understand the message, which is, JOMO. So how did this idea come to you? You must really enjoy missing out.
Oh, I do. It's a big part of my life. I didn't come up with it. A friend, I was trying to find a name for my show, and about 6 months ago, a friend mentioned that this was a thing. And she lives on the East Coast, so they always know things first. And
or they think they do.
Well, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh my goodness, that is not only the name of my show, that is my mantra, that is my reason for living. And obviously, it's a reaction to FOMO, which has been very popular for many years. And I think it's sort of born out of the pandemic, where we all sort of experienced these quieter lives. And I like to say that I love my friends dearly. I just hate having to see them, because that involves getting dressed and putting on makeup. I mean,
it's a whole thing.
These things are very, very hard for me these days. So I'm embracing who I really am.
So how does this then, Kathy, connect to the art show and the series that you did?
So about 3 years ago, I started this body of work during the pandemic, which, by the way, every artist started a series during the pandemic. But I really was so focused on how small my life was. And it was, taking the dog for a walk every day. And I felt like I was seeing houses for the first time. Like I was actually seeing something new every day, and it felt like really wonderful. And or being on the couch with my husband or another family member, and just appreciating the intimacy of that moment, or the distance of that moment. And so I started thinking I wanted to do work that sort of documented this. I've always been a huge fan. There's a line from the play Our Town where the person says, "Does any human being ever realize life while they live it? Every moment." And I heard that when I was 16, and I've carried that with me as I think that's the most beautiful sentiment, and very corny, I know.
No, it's beautiful.
Yes.
So here I am, finally, feeling like I'm living that way. And it's for me, it's a very joyful thing. I feel like I'm able to appreciate small moments. And I think of myself as a storyteller, even though I'm doing visual work. And so these are all narratives I'm telling, and I want to be like a diarist, where I'm documenting my life as I'm living it every moment.
Even as you're talking here, you just reeled Sarah and I in. I mean, we can tell that you feel all of this to your core.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's at the end of your paintbrush. Let's talk about the style of your art. It's different in that it's a little bit 3D. It's going outside of the frame. Like, the buildings aren't necessarily, they don't look as though you would see them in real life. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So I very much wanted the work to, okay, so let's try this. I have in my mind what the painting is going to look like. And a lot of times it's not, like if I'm thinking about a room or a space outside, it's not what reality would allow. Like, there's a dresser over here, and I want that in the painting, but there's no way if I'm looking that way, it's going to make it in the painting. And so I've just given myself creative permission to tilt things and stretch things and make sure that what I want gets in there. So that's where I've come in with these very stretched perspectives, warped perspectives, as sort of making the space my own. And as a result of that, I've had people say things to me like they feel a little, they get a little anxious from, they can feel very busy or sort of lopsided. And I came to realize that, well, I'm a very anxious person, so that also is a part of me. It's just part of the brand. So the pieces that we're looking at here are the pieces that I've done with 3D elements. So I kind of go back and forth between some that are three-dimensional, some that are not. And I like to use very modest materials, because these are very modest stories. So I work with things like cardboard, because thanks to online shopping, I always have cardboard. And it feels really good to, make use of it, right? But I also am an old craft gal from way back, and I've made Halloween costumes for kids for 30 years. So I've got embroidery thread and glitter and clays, all the things. And those are the things that I like to use to build up these layers. And this is all just part of my storytelling, where I'm trying to direct the viewer to follow the story the way I want them to. And so I pop things out like a remote control or an iPhone, you know.
It's beautiful. Kathy, you're a stunning artist. You did such an amazing job, and people can come see you.
Yeah,
JOMO,
and
The Joy of Missing Out, goes on from now until February 18th. You guys, it's at the Evanston Art Center. You can learn more about Kathy's art by heading to her website. It's kathyhalper.com. Gorgeous work, Kathy.
Thank you,
Thanks so much for
Kathy.
having me.